Six players split in two teams join a match with a random map and modifier and draft their comps trying to win a best of 3 and climb up the elo system. Each month the season resets and everyone's back to bronze 1, but only the best players will complete the road to masters and compete for the number 1 sport. This is Brawl Stars Ranked. Welcome to the L video. So today we'll be playing some ranked games. That's right before we got Legendary 1. So we got this matchup which was, if I'm not mistaken, first pick Piper, then I got Bo and Colette, and then we got, no, they got Bo and Dynamite, and then we got Cold and Edgar, and then they got Colette last pick, which is honestly not that good. Not against Piper, not against Colt, and I don't think it's that good against Edgar. So I think we definitely have a comp here. The map's quite open on their side, but that's like our choice. The Piper broke their map, and Bonbon is a very good Piper, so he's really helping me to keep them in their base, while Shireen is just collecting the gems in the middle. I just need to be really aggressive with the Edgar pick. The Piper will help me, and they can't go out of the spawn trap. So that's a really smooth win. I think we got comp 100% here. So there's not much to the gameplay. I mean, of course, the Piper's hitting a lot of shots. I have to dodge a lot, but I think we have a good comp to keep them in spawn. Unless like some of us die really early and they can control the middle and climb up the map, maybe put the dynamite in the right against this unbreakable wall, but I can't really see them doing that, because like I just have to walk in a straight line and they don't have much answer to that. I use my shield, I kill the Colette, I use my super, I get the kill on the dynamite, and that's it, like a team wipe. Shireen kills the Bull, and I got the other 2 kills, and now they are back on spawn, and we don't have to do much, actually. So I just keep dodging, charging supers, jumping, and the cycle goes on. I may die, but like we are 7-0 in gems, so that's really worth it. And Shireen's in a really nice game. You just have to chill, relax, and collect the gems. So I think it's a really good pick to get the Edgar. I think this is a map where Edgar can be played, but obviously not against any comp. But as they didn't have like a clear answer to it, maybe the Bull should have focused me. But even so, if I get a super, then like what can do really? So that's it. With a really nice win. So let's go to the next game. This next game has quick fire modifier. So we first pick Jean, and then they got Jackie and Charlie, which are not the best in this mod, and we got Tara and Colette, and they last picked Surge, which is also not that good. I mean, I tried to suggest Griff or Gale instead of Colette to handle the Jack, but also have more projectiles, because brawlers with more projectiles are better in this mod. But we didn't have time to pick it, so we went with Colette, and it was a nice pick. We have infinite ammo in the Jean, infinite ammo in the Tara, and the Colette's doing her thing also. And like I died very early on because I was distracted and I didn't see the Jack coming for us. But after that, I don't die more in this match, so I just keep cycling supers, and I have infinite ammo. So here they have more gems because of this death in the beginning of the match I was talking about. We gave up a lot of gems because of that, but the Jack used a very bad hypercharge. The Jin has infinite ammo to do with it, and then Bonbon makes a nice play. He gets the surge, he gets the gems, and I see they are coming for him, so I go to protect him, use a super, and just like that, we win another match. I mean, they obviously will try to get back in the map, but They can't actually. It's just as simple. I have infinite ammo, so I just keep shooting them. I use my super, and that's another match. So let's go to the second round, and it's not that different actually. We changed the Jin with the Colette, because as he has infinite ammo, it's better to keep the right lane. And they changed the Jack onto me, but like, what she can really do? Like, she just walks in a straight line. I have infinite ammo, and that's it. I win the matchup. So I get a nice super on the surge, but I miss the Jack. But I mean, no problem. I have infinite ammo, so again, I just shoot her and I will kill her. And that's like the main motif of this match for the whole match. I just keep shooting them. The Jin just keeps shooting them, and the Colette's now in the middle, so she just gets the gems. And here I got my super, but they see it. I almost got a double super there, but they went back, and it would have been a really nice play, but it didn't happen. And we are now 8-1, so the Colette has hypercharge. We are in a nice position here. We kill the Jack, and Shireen tries to use the hypercharge on the Charlie. Unfortunately, he misses it, but yeah, still a nice position. We are 11-1 now. The Jack's coming, but like, she can't. I go back a little bit and try to help with the surge, and the Jack almost does a nice play, but I have infinite ammo, so she can't. That's as simple as that. Like, they got a really bad comp for these mods and this map, and we just outcomped them. I think that's very simple. My screen went black and white for some reason, but just that. We got another couple kills, and we go to the next match. We'll see the results first. I think I got 15 or 16 kills, 1 death, very nice. So let's go to the next one, which was the last match before we got legendary. And we are again at Minecart Madness, I think it's the name of the map. I don't like that map a lot, but the EDGAR pick really worked well. We have the no map modifier, times the donation, if I'm not mistaken. But I still think that EDGAR could work here. We went with Byron instead of Piper, because he can heal. And basically, Momo's a very good sniper, so he can play the Piper very well, he can play the Byron very well, and I think he just preferred to go Byron, and then he can help me with the healings. And Shiren really likes to play Colt. It worked really well, so he went with the Colt, I went with the EDGAR. The order of the picks, I think we first picked Byron, then they picked Charlie and Squeaky, if I'm not mistaken, and then we picked Colt and EDGAR, and then they last picked Bull. Again, I don't think that's the best draft for them, but I mean, it's working very nice for us. Momom died, but like, I got the hypercharge. The Charlie wastes her super on the Colt when there's a hypercharged EDGAR behind her, so I got the kill. We got the gems back, and then like, right now you can see like the force of that EDGAR pick, because I just walk in a straight line, and okay, they will kill me eventually, but I get 2 kills, and more importantly, I get a lot of my map control. So even if I get no kills, Bonbon or Shiren will be collecting the gems, and we'll be winning the match. Like, like there's nothing they can do. I just walk straight line on them, but they are trying to hold middle, but like, the EDGAR plus the train now just makes them go back to the spawn, and we have 11-7 gems, so it's a very nice first win. So let's go to the next match. The start was a little bit rough on this one. I died very early on, dodged very badly, and the bow killed me with some easy, and that's it. They get a lot more control on the map, the bow goes up, but it's like Bonbon and Shrink can hold their own, and then I go back to the map, and like they have to focus me again, and we can control the map a little better. But that was a very mass second game, and a lot happened. Probably one of the most intense games I've ever played. Everybody was very nervous because of trying to get legendary for the first time, but so that makes the game a little more messy. And I tried to go up the map, but the child has a super, so I can't really do too much right now. I tried to go up on the squeak as she is distracted on the side, and it actually works. But then she used the super, and I think I just die here, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I just die. Not much I can do. And they are 10-1 now. It's not a really great game for us, but I have an hypercharge and I can walk in a straight line. It's a very good strategy. And then I just super the Charlie, I kill her, I kill the squeak, I get some gems, I have no life, so no HP, so I don't try to get more gems, I just go back to the mid, and we'll try to hold control and to get the lead. We are 7-9 right now. I got in a bad spot because of the train, so I wasted super just to go back to safety. And I don't want to really risk anything, but we keep the middle. Bonbon is playing really well. Shireng is playing really well as well. So they are just holding a 2v3 basically, while I get the gems. But we go back a little too early, and yeah, they got all the gems from us. What happened there, if you didn't see well, is that like you had 10 gems, they had 9, but if we went back to our spawn, they would get the 10th gem in the middle and stop the countdown. So I tried to stay in the middle, but like the 3 of them just killed me basically. I made a dumb play using my super offensively, but it was a really fast moment, so I should have tried to use my super to go back with the gems, but I thought like the moments that I could attack the Charlie and heal myself, but it didn't work out well, so they won the match, and that's it. We are at the third match, the last game before Legendary, and let's see if we can bring back the momentum and win this match. I'm trying to dodge the Charlie to go up the map, which not that easy, but it helps when your opponent isn't really that good at doing their shorts. And so I go up the map, and Moon gets a really nice skin on the Charlie, so I can kill the squeak, and I decide to go back. Maybe I could have killed the bow and healed myself, but I make a decision I failed to make in the previous match. I just used my super to go back to safety, and now we are 9-2. It's a nice place for us to be. Oh, and that's a really bad play. I almost choked it all, but I can kill the bow. Like, the bow played really badly at this moment. It just went up to the cocoon where I was, so I could kill him and heal myself. And while that was happening, Shrek killed the Charlie. So that's it. We won the match. And I didn't actually record the moments we got legendary, but I will show you guys now. We are at legendary 2, and we'll try to get masters.